Hi guys, come with me to my early morning class. I have a class at 7:30 and hopefully I'll make it. In my university, DLSU, we have a lot of cats that a group, an org, I think, DLSU Pusa, they feed them and take care of them. So many adorable cats. Very motivational to start my day at 6 a.m. Thank God I came to school very early, so there's no lines in purchasing my breakfast. So I got a sausage with rice, with those calories that I don't really care about. What's good about arriving really early is that you've got seats because when it's in the middle of the day, there's never any spot to sit in. So here I'm sitting at SJ Walk. It's near my first class. That's my food, really yummy, and I have an unexpected guest to eat with me. Here's this cat sitting with me throughout the entire time I was eating. I have no idea what their name is, but they're so polite, so cute. Didn't claw at me and didn't jump on the table for my food. So I was perfectly comfortable sitting with that cat. So cute. So I decided to go up to my classroom 15 minutes earlier, I think. And unfortunately, the door was still locked when I got there. So I didn't really know what to do. I thought to myself, am I gonna just sit outside the classroom? But that'd be a little bit embarrassing. So I decided to go back downstairs and hopefully there's still a seat for me there. Hopefully that cat reserved that seat for me because he probably knew that the door's still locked. I don't know. Here's me just going downstairs. So pretty here in the south, like super pretty, except it's really hot. And sometimes there are no seats and there's full of people in this school. I finally made it to the classroom on time. So here is Miss talking about the important parts for the dissection. Here, we're just preparing for the dissection. We just need to lay out a sheet of newspaper and garbage bags, and we need to tape it on to make sure it doesn't go away while we dissect. So, fun fact actually, I dropped this class not because I don't enjoy the class or I don't enjoy the people, but actually, this is one of the best classes I've had so far in my college experiences. So fun, but unfortunately, I came to the conclusion and the realization that I don't need to be taking BS psychology in order to pursue what I want to pursue. I realized that BS psychology is basically for med students or aspiring med students, and I wasn't one of them. So I decided to shift last minute. Oh, here is the frozen rabbit that we pulled out. I decided to shift last minute. I know I'm third year, but I don't really want to drown myself and to stress myself out with chemistry, anatomy, and physics. I know it's a little late, but it's not too late, I think. There was an earthquake drill, so we had to rushingly wrap all the rabbits in cheesecloth and duck under all of the tables. And we had to go out of the classroom and walk to the front of Henry C. building. So here is a beautiful CADS Cory Aquino Democratic Grounds. If I remember that correctly, I think that's what it's called, but we call it CADS. one of the most inconvenient things we had to do with this class was to bring this rabbit home and brush it with formalin. But unfortunately, I forgot to bring home some formalin, so I wasn't able to do that. Flash forward to me finding the reason why I was having fevers and headaches and the worst pain for 3 weeks straight, and it's because of my wisdom tooth. So here is me after the fact.
The left side of my face is numb, and I don't know, I feel guilty if I open my mouth so much to talk, and now I have a lisp. So right now I'm just in the car while my mom is at Mercury Drug. She is going to buy medicine for the pain ata and antibiotics. So I can't really feel my mouth that much, so I'm just gonna be like this. I brought my Nintendo Switch, so I'm probably gonna play games while I'm waiting for my mom. She's also gonna buy me water and more ice cream. I'm not allowed to eat anything warm for the next 24 hours, so basically I'm gonna eat ice cream the whole 24 hours. I have blood in the corner of my mouth.
Day 2. I'm allowed to eat hard foods now. This is balsam. It's chicken, beans, salad, salsa. It's pretty good. I'm eating really slow because it's still a little bit painful, and I can't really open my mouth that wide, so I'm just eating slowly.
Flash forward to middle and towards the end of the term. Here is the university mission vision week. There's so many stalls, but obviously I had to go to my usual coffee spot, Lotus grounds. They're using candid coffee. It's a really nice specialty coffee grounds that I really like. You would find Pilotos grounds every time there's a big event here in LaSalle, and they always have a really long line. But Mark prefers frutas and Jamaican patty right now, so he's going to be getting his usual cheesy beef while I am drinking a coffee. And he also got a mango shake. It's what we always share whenever we need refreshments. It normally takes a really long time when you're waiting for the elevator since it comes from the 14th floor all the way down to the 6th floor, and it stops by almost every floor. Now that it is nearing the end of term or the finals week, I really had to do this research paper. I had to do some statistics, ewan for this. I don't even remember what I did, but I did so much of it because I did have a little bit difficulty with my group. We actually had a groupmate that left, and I was a little bit sad because it was already difficult to start with. Now we're taking a break and we're getting some McDonald's. It's literally right beside our school, so it's very easy to walk to. Here you can see Mark doing a classic Mark. Very flirty, very popular with the clowns. Now we're gonna order. Alaking ata for him if I remember correctly. No, never mind. He got chicken nuggets and I got 2-piece chicken, and here we are. We got free fries by accident and we did not tell anyone because we wanted the free fries. Now we're back to the library and we're here studying, doing our schoolwork, more schoolwork until it's closing hours actually. We do this quite a lot, maybe because I have a lot of things to do while Mark is here playing Mobile Legends. Now we are saying goodbye to our usual seat and table in the library, and it is actually almost closing hours. As you can see, there are still a few students left because I think there's like an hour left for, or 2 hours left for the library hours. It's very empty, aside from just a few tables still being filled. We are saying goodbye to the library for tonight as we are coming back tomorrow to do the same thing again. Welcome back to DLSU. We're in CADS right now. And hi, I'm with my boyfriend again. We're heading back to our usual spot. It's in the quiet room. And unfortunately, the usual table is taken. But later on, the person leaves, so we take it anyway. We decided to sit here near the pillar. I can't say that I'm excited for today because today is the day that I have to pass one of my biggest requirements of the term. Here you can find me asking Mark for advice and help on what I should do on my task. I don't particularly recall what task I was doing, but I was doing something. To be completely honest, this term was one of the most difficult terms or moments in my entire life because I was very mentally drained for no particular reason and I had no drive or motivation. What really added to the difficulty was the fact that I got sick every week of the term, except for the last 3 weeks of the term. So we ate here at this pop-up stall or event bazaar thing, and this is what we got. Unfortunately, Mark's wasn't that good because our bacon was literally all fat. Not that good. Despite the fact that I had a lot of things to do that day, we decided to stop by the store at DLSU, and this is the merchandise store. There are actually a lot of pretty good stuff right now, so Mark and I decided to buy a t-shirt. That day went by pretty fast, but today is gonna go a little bit slower since it is the day of my final exam. First, we have to eat. So here we're at Bloman Hall. It is our go-to cafeteria or food place, if that's what you could call it. We normally get sausage rice and a mango shake from Frutas, and that is exactly what we got now. It's very affordable. I think it's below 100 pesos and it's within our price range. And obviously, the drink has to be more expensive than our meals. And that is in fact what's happening right now. We decided to eat around the SJ Walk because that's the only spot that we could find. And here is the wind at SJ Walk. Oh my gosh. Now is the time for me to do what I gotta do. I have to study for this final exam. The professor makes pretty tricky exams, and this one is gonna be the trickiest. Ever since I found out that I failed the first few exams, like really failed bad. I had less than half of the items correct for 3 exams, so I really had to take this seriously. And since this class had a minimum passing grade of 2.0, I really had to bust my ass for this. So I started going to class again, taking notes, rewriting my notes. I would read it the night before my exam, and then I'd study 4 hours before the exam so that it would retain in my brain. So I would come to school very early, like today, and I would study until the exam. Exam has ended and we are leaving school. I was actually a little bit devastated because the exam was really difficult. I had such a hard time. So when we came back from the LRT, we went to SM and we decided to get my favorite coffee from Chapter Coffee. Mark decided to do some last minute requirements, and before we knew it, we ended up in Genki Sushi. Thank God for my boyfriend kasi he knows what I like, he knows when I'm upset, and he knows that I will feel better after eating really good food. Now here is me explaining that I eat sushi with pickled ginger and a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of wasabi, and it is just right for me. Oh, and also soy sauce. This one right here is actually must try from Genki Sushi. It's our personal favorite. It is a salmon nigiri with pollock roe. It's the best thing on Genki Sushi's menu. It's really good. Sophie from the future. I actually did pass both of those classes. I passed my research paper, and unfortunately, I didn't get the grade that I wanted, but I did get a 2.5 in the end from that professor. And for my final exam, I got a 3.0 from her class. And thank God, because that's a really high score, especially because I did really bad in the first few exams from her class. Oh, and also, DLSU's grading system is that 4.0 is the highest and 1.0 is the lowest. So I did really well. I hope everybody got the grade they wanted last term. But if you didn't get what you wanted, then do better next term. It shouldn't be something to pull you down and demotivate you, but it should be something that will motivate you even more.